Hey everybody. Um, like I said in the last video, I wanted to um, come out with every dream that the Lord has shown me, because I've been kind of holding back for quite a while, and I just wanted to just come out with everything. This stuff has been on my mind for years, and I just figured, now's the time, especially when we see signs um, of the Lord's return soon. Um, so I just wanted to come and talk about a dream that I had. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I had this dream probably like 6 or 7 years ago, maybe. It's fairly long, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. So, in this dream, I was in a giant room. It was like a giant ballroom, and all the lights were off. But the only light that I could see in the entire room was there was like candles all along the walls. There were candles on. They were lit, and so the flickering from the candles would create the lights and shadows and things within the room. It was a big giant ballroom, and I'm standing in there, and the room is filled with people, but everybody's doing a ballroom dance, like a choreographed ballroom dance, and so everyone's dressed up in the way that someone would dress up for like a masquerade party. Everybody had on the kind of they had the stick on their mask, and they had their eyes concealed and their faces covered. Everybody had on some type of mask. The women had on the big ballroom dresses, and the men had on suits and things like that. And everyone's just dancing and in unison. Some people at the end of a dance, the male and the female would let go of their hands, and then they would connect onto someone else, and then they would just keep dancing, and they're just going in unison. So then, as I'm sitting there and I'm just watching it, I notice maybe on the other side of the room, there's another person that's standing there, and they're not participating in the dance like myself. Like I wasn't participating in the dance either. I wasn't dressed up. I didn't have no mask on my face. Nothing. And so then, as I'm watching them, somebody would come up behind that person, and it would snatch them away. They'd pull them out of the room, and the person would kind of go away kicking and screaming, and they just take the person out of the room. So they'd snatch them out, and then the dance would continue, and then I would look off to the side, and I see another person. There's another person that's not participating in the ballroom dance. And so, as I'm looking at that person, someone else comes up and they snatch that person away. So then, when that second person got snatched away, I started trying to speak out to the people in the dance. I'm like, "Hey, did you guys just see this guy get snatched over there?" And nobody seems to hear anything I had to say. They either just didn't hear me, or they just didn't care. So I'm still standing there and I'm watching this ballroom dance go on forever. And next thing I know, I felt two very, very strong, thick hands, really powerful hands, grab me on my shoulder and pulled me out of the room. And when they pulled me out of the room, they threw me into another room. At the time that I was assuming, I didn't know what it was, but they threw me into another area that was pitch black, like pure pitch black. I would put my hands in front of my face, and I couldn't even see my hands. I couldn't see anything. It was pure darkness. And so I'm just standing there, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm looking in front of me, and then I see two eyes open up, and there were two fiery, bloodshot red eyes that opened up right at eye level to me, And as I'm standing there, I'm looking at the eyes. I could start to hear the sound of like a low, not even a growl, but more just like a grumble, like just hatred though. It was just pure hatred. I could feel the presence of pure hatred around me. And so the eyes then go from my eye level up to about 9 or 10 feet, to where I'm looking up 9 or 10 feet. And the eyes are still looking down at me. And then in that moment, it reveals itself to me, and it's a demon. And it's, like I said, it was about 9 or 10 feet tall. And when it revealed itself from head to toe, it was incredibly muscular. Most guys, when we get in good shape, we'll have like a 6-pack or something like that, abs, 8-pack or something like that, But this thing had a really long torso where it had like 10 abs, and it had like its arms were really muscular, like muscles on top of muscles. It seemed more muscular than any like Mr. Olympia type of dude or something like that. And the skin, the flesh on this demon, it was like constantly burning and peeling off. So as I'm looking just all over it, there's ashes, like the flesh would burn and fall off, and then it'd reappear, burn, fall off, reappear, burn, fall off. It just kept doing that all throughout its entire body. His body was just peeling and burning and falling off, and then I could see like the flames as it's burning the skin off of this demon that was in front of me. And so as I'm standing there and I'm watching it, then the demon starts trying to reach out and trying to like physically attack me, trying to grab me. It's swinging at me, it's trying to get a hold of me, but for some reason it couldn't grab me, couldn't touch me. And it just kept trying, it kept trying, it kept trying. And then it would open up its mouth, and I would see inside of his mouth it had like multiple rows of teeth. Just nasty, disgusting, teeth, sharp, razor sharp teeth, but it was multiple rows. I'm still standing there and I'm watching, and I'm really starting to notice that this thing can't touch me. For some reason, it can't physically touch me. And so I spoke to it, and I said, I'm not going to fight you. This is a spiritual battle that we're in. And the moment that I said that this is a spiritual battle that we're in, an explosion took place behind the demon, and the demon got sucked out of the room. It got sucked right out of the room. It was just gone, like, just that quick, gone. And I'm standing there and I'm looking, and I can see out of the wall, I guess, it exploded behind it, and I could see like outside, and it was nighttime, and I look outside. So I cautiously took a step out, and I looked on the behind me, and it was a whole row of maybe like 8 to 10 silos, like the silos that you might see that maybe in a country somewhere people store grain, something like that, or maybe even like old school kind of like missile silos or something like that. But it was a row of them, like 8 to 10 of them. And I would look on the ground, and I could see clothing and stuff scattered all throughout the ground. And then I could hear the sounds of people fighting. They were inside of those silos, each silo. And it was so the people that were being snatched away and thrown into these silos, each person was being attacked by a demon. But from the sound of it, it sounded like each person thought that they could fight that demon with their own physical means, like they could fight back physically, and they were being devoured. And I saw the clothing of people being thrown out into the ground after they were being devoured. And I was, I just woke up. After that, I just woke up, And that dream has always stuck with me because a lot of times we do try to fight back within our own power, and we can't fight flesh and blood. I mean, we can't fight spiritual powers with our own flesh and blood. We'll lose every time. But we need the power of the Holy Spirit. We need God on our side. And that's why, I believe when I told that demon that I'm not going to fight you and that this is a spiritual battle we're in, the Lord just, he blew the hinges off of the wall behind him and sucked the demon out. So it's just, we can't win this. We can't fight this fight through physical means. And even if that can go along even with like politics and things like that, and how people vote and things like that, people putting all their faith in certain presidents and all this kind of stuff, and ex-presidents and all this stuff. That's not how you win the war. We can't win this war on our own. And at the end of the day, the battle's not even ours. It's God's battle, and the war itself is over us. It's a spiritual war that's taking place for us. And you got people who come to Christ and they become the Lord's, and you got people who give their lives to the devil. So I just wanted to come on and just share that dream. Just you guys take care. Keep God in your life, and everyone just have a good day.